First off, I want to say thank you to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. If it wasn't for him, this would not be possible. Low Nose Boxing. Hit the like button, share the video, leave a comment, subscribe. Last night we had a tremendous fight. We had a tremendous show in Brooklyn, New York. Gervanta Davis taking on the 130-pound champion, Lamont Roach. Going into this fight, a lot of people, including myself, weren't really giving Lamont Roach much of a chance to defeat Gervanta Davis. But both fighters are very familiar with one another. They fought each other in the amateurs. They sparred a few times, and it turned out to be a very close fight. But I'm making this video to address the term of robbery. All I see is people making videos saying that the fight was a robbery, right? I don't like to use that term too loosely. For me, a robbery is a fight where someone clearly wins it by definitive fashion, sort of like when Pernell Whitaker fought Chavez Sr. and it was scored and ruled a draw, a very controversial draw. When I seen that fight so many times, I scored it 9-3 for Pernell Whitaker. That's a robbery. Excuse me. That's a robbery. When Pernell Whitaker lost to Jose Luis Ramirez, that was a robbery. Gervanta Davis versus Lamont Roach, was it a robbery? Yes and no. And I say no because the fight was not lopsided. The fight wasn't one-sided. I watched the fight one time, and to beat a champion, you gotta beat the champion. And without the knockdown, which I'm gonna get to, I had Gervanta Davis ahead 115 to 113. Now, I could also see how Lamont Roach would be ahead as well, 115, 113, because it was a very close competitive fight. So for the people out there that scored it for Lamont Roach, I could see that as well, right? But here's where the robbery came in. Gervanta Davis voluntarily took a knee and turned his back on Lamont Roach. Whether he was hit with a clean shot or it wasn't that serious, he still went down on one knee, and the referee proceeded to count to 3 before stopping, right? That's where the robbery took place. Because for me, if the knockdown would have been scored and ruled a knockdown as it should have been, then I would have had the fight a draw. And to the people that had the fight already a draw, that knockdown should have been a W, a win for Lamont Roach. Gervanta Davis did go down. He wasn't dropped or anything like that, but he went down. We seen fighters voluntarily take a knee. Like Floyd Mayweather, when he hurt his hand early in his career, he took a knee. Gervanta Davis took a knee. That should have been scored a knockdown, but it wasn't. But it was still a very close fight, a highly competitive fight. I thought Gervanta Davis was trying to sell the fight prior to the fight, during the build-up, when he consistently labeled Lamont Roach an A-plus fighter. Lamont Roach fought and performed like an A-level fighter. He stood in the pocket. He was doing catching and shooting. He trusted his defense, right? See, one thing I'm not going to do is throw a fighter away. A lot of people right now are like, oh, Shakur Stevenson would beat him. This one would beat him. That one would beat him. To beat Gervanta Davis, Lamont Roach kind of showed the blueprint. But the blueprint that he displayed takes a high level of confidence in your defense to be able to stay inside the pocket, catch punches, and counter with your good shots. Shakur Stevenson, as slick as he is, doesn't really catch and shoot too much and stay in the pocket. He likes to get in and out of range and get his counters off. And with Gervanta Davis, I could see him getting out of range a little bit too much. But that's neither here nor there. It was a very close fight last night. Gervanta Davis looked like he got hurt and wobbled a couple of times in the fight. He did show a good beard because, he didn't go down. But Lamont Roach showed a very good chin. He did get hit with some big shots every now and then. He got shaken up a couple of times, but he shook it off at the end of the day. Now, what I didn't like is the post-fight press conference. Gervanta Davis said that he would like a rematch, but not right away. Which brings me to question if Gervanta Davis is still hungry. Is he still hungry? Gervanta Davis right now is at a point where he's gonna have to show that he can bounce back from this performance. A lot of fighters, like Mike Tyson in the past, had developed a reputation for being a bully, but whenever he fought somebody that fought him right back and did not show any type of intimidation, Mike Tyson kind of like cracked mentally. And Gervonta Davis showed signs of that in the fight when he was trying to roughhouse Lamont Roach. Lamont Roach wasn't having it. Gervonta Davis kind of looked like he wanted out of there after a certain point. And I don't know if he's going through something, but Lamont Roach, shout out to him. He definitely made a name for himself. This was a very close fight. Like I said, I had Gervonta Davis slightly ahead, but I could see otherwise as well. Lamont Roach fought a tremendous fight, and it's time for Gervonta Davis to start carving his legacy. Because what he did right now, he just created another nemesis. He created Lamont Roach. You know what I mean? To add to the names of Shakur Stevenson, Keyshawn Davis, Vasyl Lomachenko, Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez, the guys that we want Gervonta Davis to fight. Lamont Roach is stamped into that list of individuals that are nemesis to Gervonta Davis, because Gervonta Davis created that mess. Now Gervonta Davis has to bounce back and redeem himself and win the rematch emphatically. Do I believe he can? Do I believe he has the tools to get it done? Absolutely. But it's about whether Gervonta Davis believes it or not, and only time will tell. With that being said, hit the like button, share the video, leave a comment, subscribe. Low Nose Boxing, because Low Nose Boxing.